Well, I'm not saying original because based on a load of books which you should go and read because they're very good. But you know, this is how you make a game. Basically, this is how you do it. I think it just shows BioWare up completely how they've gone in recent years, and I think Mass Effect, like this very game, was the pretty much one of the two last hurrahs of old BioWare. You know, the old guard, the old guys who were there with Baldur's Gate and things like that, who are finally making games on the newer consoles when they came out. Because you can, when you play Mass Effect 1, you can even almost feel the excitement. You can almost feel the developers who are so passionate, who have put all of their dedication and all of their passion for sci-fi settings. You know, these are the teams that worked on Knights of the Old Republic, who have always wanted to do their own original setting, and finally they got to spread their wings, and this was the fruit of their labour. And I don't think it's as good as Mass Effect 2, no, because Mass Effect 2 was basically this game with EA's money completely behind it. But I still think that this is probably a bigger achievement than Mass Effect 2, and it's very nostalgic for me. That's why. So that answers your question, I hope, on what my favourite Mass Effect was, and what, you know, 2. But I still have a bigger soft spot in my heart for Mass Effect 1 than I do for Mass Effect 2, even though I will admit Mass Effect 2 is a better game that I enjoyed more. Anyway, enough of that. Chatting shit. Let's get on with it. I'm in a very good mood at the moment because I've got friends coming over tomorrow, and I get to speak to my girlfriend in about a couple of hours. That'd be nice. So yeah, she lives in the States. Somebody asked me before. I am taken, yes, and she lives in the States, and I live in the UK.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
And if you have stuff to ask, don't be shy, just put it in chat, because sending me emails or sending me messages to the channel is nice, but I do actually have chat open, so it's nice to just turn around and talk to you in there for a bit, if people are watching right now.
I like to know my crew.
Oh God,
mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, shut up.
Top of my class in flight school, I earned that.
I can't have you on this ship if you're going to infect my crew.
Infect the crew? Put the Normandy in my... Alright, see ya.
Stop saying the same shit. They got Seth Green in for like, what, 3 lines? Which is what I mean, you know, it's in Mass Effect 2, he basically was a major player, you know, all of the big... You know, Mass Effect 2 had a sweeping orchestral score and had talented celebrity voice actors up the wazoo, up the arse, just all the way through it. Whereas this one, you know, it relies on BioWare's stockpile voice actors. You know, Mark Meer has been in every BioWare game ever, and so is the guy who plays Kaiden, Raphael Savage. He's been in pretty much every BioWare game ever. They relied on their own stock voice actors, but it's still it's nostalgic for me. It's the last. You know, the last innocent foray for old BioWare before they were taken over completely.
Anything you need, Commander?
Yeah, so you see my greasy skin? By God, man, look at that shine.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
And what do they think?
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
I love the fact that I have not really had a stonewalling because I keep phoning them up and then putting the phone down on them straight away.
Ever thought about going back under the knife? Maybe get an upgrade?
No thanks, Commander. One slip and you can't remember your own name. The L2s spike higher anyway. My abilities would drop with pain-free L3s. That'd be a cold day before I turn myself over to a kinetic subsidiary.
You distrust them that much?
You know the records about the biotic trading out on Jump Zero? They're all classified, because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it. One of my cousins has an agribusiness. I was thinking of calling him. Maybe he can get some shipments into Pharos. I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
So shooting that guy means that they're completely on their own. That might not be good, to be fair. I mean, it was really, really satisfying killing that guy.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
We've just had this conversation, haven't we?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you.
Oh, here we go.
And making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path.
every conversation in Mass Effect has to be recorded in completion. That they couldn't reuse things, and so Mark Meer and Jennifer Hale, who voiced Commander Shepard, male and female, had to say "I should go" for every single conversation almost. So it like became their catchphrase, and I think they both got T-shirts with "I should go" on it in the end, which is quite cool.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Okay.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You're trying to make me cry, Shepard. I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
Shepard. Shepard.
Rex.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the cycles. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Good thinking. Blackies are always easier to scare.
Exactly. Though in this case it paid off in a different way. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but C-Sec headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. They wouldn't listen.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Fair dues. So we're getting side quests now.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Christ, she's like really, really, really bitter.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
Whoop. Don't know what's happened there. Rendering thread exception. Just had a crash, folks. So I'll stop recording. Actually, no, I'll leave it on. Bollocks to it. I'll leave it on. Yeah, so we'll be back on in a second. Just let me relaunch the game. There we are. Hopefully we're not too far back. Oh. Right, so I guess I'm gonna have to skip through all the conversations again. Brilliant. So a lot of people say, well, you should just save it. And I'm like, well, to be honest with you, why? You know? Like, I'm on the ship, we're not really doing any missions. I don't know. Hella annoying. Very, very, very annoying. It's really hard to skip through conversations as well. It's like...
Commander, are you coming to...
You look much
Dr.
better.
Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine.
You're in good hands.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something. I did not really know much about your species when we first met.
Has your
Shepard.
opinion changed?
You humans are creatures.
You're scared?
It is up to people like you to change their minds.
I don't care.
But I looked into your history. I know what...
You didn't need to
I
go.
apologize. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the...
You're interested.
I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Williams and
But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual...
No.
We have only known each other a short time. We are from two...
These things
you
never
make it
make
sound so...
a little
This is
danger,
all a
maybe.
bit overwhelming. I am not used to...
Take all the
Thank
time
you,
you need.
Shepard. Goodbye, Shepard.
It's so annoying. Completely for the fact that I actually thought that we were getting away with it too. Because I thought like, oh shit, it might be a crash. But when she kept on talking, I was like, oh, maybe this is just a... But no.
Anything you
It's
need, Commander? Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the...
And what does...
I'll have a better handle on all of it when I... Let it be a cold day before I turn myself over to... Once we had an embassy. And their choice of teachers, didn't they? They were afraid of what people back home would think. Yes, but
The Asari would have been
yes,
more
but the
accepting.
company didn't go through the Citadel. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We heard of it.
What's your opinion?
What am I mean, now that they're cut off, Commander.
Okay. Sorry about this, folks. There's really nothing I can do. I mean, I could switch the stream off, I guess, and do this, but then you'd be sitting there watching nothing, so... yeah. And I don't want that. At least I can talk during this. And,
Shepard, I'm glad. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Theron's our top priority, but with all the work, usually people bring back. My father is responsible. Officially, I'm just the. I probably had it easier than most growing up. If I don't, it's like I failed. There's still millions of something we. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. But now I'm old. I think my father took it pretty. I mean, I know he cares.
I should go.
See you later.
okay, nearly there. We're nearly there. Just 2 more conversations to go. Skip through. If people are wondering why I'm doing this, it does matter because we got 2
Commander,
missions
good to see you. Well, not
I
as
bet
much
you
as
have.
That case was...
I'm
We
afraid
usually get a few,
Gotta skip through them all.
but this
okay.
case wasn't that clear cut. So we went to his lab, hoping somebody's making a killing out there. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across... Oh, that was our big break. These people weren't... Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it. That's the worst part. By the time I found out his ship was... I told them those hostages were dead. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him. I just wish I could have stopped him. I got the transponder frequency.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons. Such as, I tried to help. He wanted to continue the... And for a while, it's as sacred as I did.
Jared was your father?
That is why I left. And that's why I'll never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I need
Shepard,
You must...
I've got some unfinished business. I swore to recover. He's got several bases where I'll upload the data to you.
Cool.
Shepard.
Okay, so we press F6, we save it.
Oh, before I go.
Yeah, I'm cute.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I...
Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. What's up?
Your family seems to be important.
With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Okay.
You know, he was real proud when I met Chief.
What about your
You
mother?
must know what military wives... She has a degree in planetary... She gave up her career to raise us, though.
Okay, so we're back where we were.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
I know how he feels. I live in a house full of women. Anyone's interested?
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Sounds like that situation didn't last.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Did anything happen while you were home?
My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Do you know what? I actually think this is quite a nasty situation, because, you know, maybe the guy did try something, but at the end of the day, he's a teenager, and, you know, she did put him face first into a tree. And so he's obviously left it there and said, okay, you know, I was wrong, okay. But then she's gone and told her friends and then spread it all around school. No wonder, like, I mean, to me, they're just as bad as each other, to be honest. At least to me. Yeah, because this BioWare do this a lot, where they do try to take the female side a lot, which I like. But sometimes it's like, well, hang on a minute, you just described the situation where they are literally both as bad as each other. Like, yeah, the guy shouldn't have tried it on with her, you know, but he got his just desserts, he got his face smacked into a tree, and then she went and, not only did she do that, but she went and spread it all the way around school, so, you know, I don't know. But they make it out like, oh, it's his fault, he's such a bastard, no, he got what he deserved, okay, whatever.
He missed?
When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Where was your father during this? Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For
Oh,
always
Christ, it goes
roaming
on.
with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
Huh?
I thought you said he was dead.
You know, from heaven, wherever that is. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Your beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your moral compass.
Just my commanding officer, huh? We'll have to see about that.
What is going on? Just... am I dipped in pheromones or something?
I'll look forward to our next talk.
You should. I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've ever seen. Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
Dodge with a capital there? Okay.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Okay. Lots to do. Good lord, I had the same thing. Oh, okay. I had the same, same weapon for the entire thing, I think. Ooh, hang on. Just a second. Sexual.
coming in, Commander. Big surprise, the Alliance needs you again.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command. We've got a mission for you. An Alliance officer named Major Kyle has set up a small compound in the Hulking Eta cluster. He's attracted a number of followers, mostly biotics. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
What kind of proof do you have that the Major is dangerous?
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
Sounds like Heart of Darkness. Apocalypse Now, the book that Apocalypse Now was based on.
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes. Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched onto a group he identifies with. Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
They wanted to bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Major Kyle served us faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he had his followers killed them.
What else can you tell me about Major Kyle?
He used to be a model soldier, but something happened to him at Torfin. Too many Alliance soldiers died under his command. Couldn't cope with the guilt. His psych evaluations showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge in early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
How permanent of a solution are you looking for?
We don't want this to turn into a massacre, Commander. Kyle is dangerous. I trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
It's like he doesn't know me at all. This is the place where... Oh. Sure, we'll take these two, since they're coming with us on Nuvaria, eventually. Debris... Biotic compound. What was the other one? Whoa, that is a big scar. Christ. Dread to think of the weapon that did that. And that's not a Reaper. They don't have the capability of doing that. Jesus. Wow. See, folks, I've never actually seen this planet before. Like, there's a few things Mass Effect I haven't actually done, and that's pretty awesome. Like, if you think about the sheer amount of power needed to strike from there to there on a planet the size of Earth, pretty much, that's pretty fantastical. But anyway, we're here to do a job, so let's do it. Anyone knows any theories about Pemmican and what was supposed to have caused that, then let me know, because I'm quite interested to know if you have any lore aficionados watching.
Ready.
I'm on it.
This is a private sanctuary. Outsiders are not welcome here.
I need to talk to the man in charge. It's important.
Father Kyle wants nothing more to do with the Alliance.
You shouldn't have killed those investigators. This problem isn't gonna go away.
We won't let you take Father Kyle away. He protects us. We need him.
He's leading you to your deaths. If you fight the Alliance, you'll all get slaughtered. I'm your last chance. Let me talk to him, or people start dying.
Wait. Father Kyle will speak with you. Head to the building at the far end of the compound. He'll meet you there.
Oh, wait. Does that mean... this one? Thanks for joining me, guys. Just been informed that our numbers are going up, which is cool. So thank you. Can't unlock that. That sucks. I wonder if they're actually going to start trying to fight me. See, people have to go... Oh.
We can't trust the Alliance.
See, people were going on about Dragon Age 2 reusing places, and oh my god, it's such a shame how they did that. Well, Mass Effect did it. We've been in the same shed.
Father Kyle says we biotics have to stick together.
We've been in the same shed about fucking 9 times in this game. You know? Nice.
Father Kyle says other humans are scared of us because they know we're better than them.
Well, I guess we need to have a word with Father Kyle then. Building at the far end of the compound. Nope. Mage Kyle. Because that guy said at the building at the far end of the compound. So... we're looking at... Bardic compound, Avery. This is the only one. So... security's got to be in there. Unless he's in here.
Father Kyle says we biotics have to stick together.
Uh-huh. Sure he does, honey bunch. I'm sure he does. Ah. See, now that isn't good news. More Reaper tech.
I am Major Kyle. I know why you've come. We have no quarrel with you. Why can't you just leave us alone?
What happened to those other Alliance officers? The ones who came before me?
They wanted to take me away from here. They wanted me to abandon this place, turn my back on my family. They spoke blasphemy. I did what I could to make their end quick and painless. I had no other choice. It was necessary to protect my children. Only I can keep them safe.
The Alliance sent me to bring you in, Major. Can't you see this has gotten out of hand? Don't you understand you're endangering your followers?
I respect that you have come under a banner of peace, but I cannot do as you ask. If you take away their father, my children will be helpless.
If you don't come with me, all your followers will end up dead. What kind of father lets his children die?
No, this was my fault. My children are innocent, pure. Please, I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
Come with me, Major. It's over.
Wait, if my children see you taking me away, they won't understand. They will attack and you will be forced to kill them all. You have shown me the error of my ways, Commander. Now you must give me time to explain it to them. It is the only way they will understand. Please, give me 1 hour. After that, I will meet the Alliance authorities at the gates of my compound and surrender without violence. I give you my word.
I'm not sure I trust you.
I think it would be better if you came with me now, Major.
I never said that.
I must do everything I can to keep any more of my children from suffering. This is the only solution.
I'm going to trust you. If you betray that trust, you and all your children will suffer.
I will not betray you, Commander. Thank you for this.
Joker can have the 5th Fleet pick Major Kyle up. I just hope you know what you're doing, Commander.
Those other men from the Alliance tried to kill Father Kyle.
Yeah, I'm not sure I trust him. See, there's a part of me is thinking, hang on a second, that big scar on the planet, maybe he's found something that does that? I don't know. I literally thought I'd go outside and wait for him when he'd just get in the Mako and then we'd go, but obviously we need to go back to the Normandy, so... Okay. Off we go. Yeah, if he's got something that can do that, we're pretty fucked.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Admiral Hackett here, Commander. Your helmsman just forwarded your report on Major Kyle. We sent in a team as you instructed. Kyle's followers have disbanded, and the Major surrendered to us without incident. We'll make sure he gets the help he needs. To be honest, Shepard, I thought this thing was going to end in a bloodbath. I don't know how you did it, but you saved a lot of lives. Congratulations.
Thank you. I made the right decision. Yay! So this is what that feels like. Okay, investigate facility. Okay. Nodogrux Vostok system. Vostok Maroon Sea. Oh, it's done that thing again where it fucking freezes. Every time, Mass Effect. Come on. Give me a second, folks. Let me just try and see if I can find a quick fix for this, because that's really annoying. If I've got to go back all the way again. Okay, maybe crouching works, apparently. Nope. Nope. Christ. Guess we've got to restart. I'll be back in... Well, actually, I'll do what I did last time, just leave it on, and then I'll... That's really, really, really annoying when the game fights you like that. And it always tends to happen when I haven't saved. It's really fucking annoying. No, should be back on in like 30 seconds, so... There we are. Hopefully it saved when we were on the Normandy, maybe? Please? Looks promising. Oh. Oh, hang on.
Message coming in.
Admiral Hackett, we said to be on.
So, for once the save game system didn't fuck me. Hooray. Happy with that. Okay, what are we doing next? Investigate facility, and it is on Vostok in Maroon Sea. I really hope it doesn't mute this video, because quite a lot of the time it does mute. And it's annoying. Because apparently, Mass Effect soundtrack is
Commander,
copyrighted.
urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
Yeah.
How come every time there's a problem, you end up running to me?
You're a Spectre, Shepard. And this isn't some run-of-the-mill mission. There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live-fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Holy shit.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Okay, but first we've got to do this. Not a crux.
Looks like we've got an active distress beacon on the planet below, Commander. No message, just a locator signal.
Not a crux, verdant world. Oh, it's in garden world. Cool. Oh, unfortunately, not a crux. It's a case of almost but not quite. Thunderstorms are as common as on Earth, but not a crux. There's thicker oxygen-rich atmosphere. They are deafening and spark constant wildfires. Holy shit. The large tufts of pollen that float high pressure air. Jesus. So basically I would die on this planet. I have hay fever. I have a pollen allergy. I would literally just keel over and die. Like I would sneeze and my head would explode or something. I see something red. Anomaly, debris, science facility. Christ, this was just made for the maker, wasn't it? Oops. I wish there was a first person mode in the maker. Oh, there is. Christ. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've never really been big on these side missions, but some of these are pretty cool. No. Even the maker ain't getting it yet. Wish I had a Skyrim horse that goes up here in like 2 seconds. So. Well, by the way, whoever designed this world was not thinking clearly. Ay, ay, ay. Whoever designed this place was not thinking clearly at all. I don't think. But hey, we'll see. You think I've got the Mako stuck? Oh, bollocks. Let's just... Okay, no one, as far as I know, no one has ever managed to ground the Mako. Oh. I think I've managed it. Yep.
Perimeter secured.
Yeah, there's no way I can get out of here, I don't think. I'm gonna have to reload. Yeah, I've managed to ground the Mako. Oh! Just a second. I think I'm out. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm gonna have to reload. That's annoying. Okay, maybe we can get another way around. Facility is there. Okay. We went up that way last time. Let's not do that again. It's a nice looking world as well. It's a shame it's not capable of supporting human life. Especially people like me. Pollen sufferers. Pollen is just the bane of my existence. Along with sandals. If you're a man and you wear sandals, no. There's a route up there, I think. Let's go. Hope you're enjoying it, folks. Oh, for Christ's sake. It just so happens to be over this fucking huge fucking Mount Doom here. Yeah, of course it is. Oh, God, here we go. We're here. Excellent. Oh. These things again. Well, this ain't good. Oh, tungsten rounds. Having them. Oh, they're only as good as what I've got. Never mind.
Negative contact, Shepard.
I'm not so sure.
Rescuers? Oh, thank God. See? I told you somebody would come to investigate that signal. My name is Dr. Ross, Chief Exogeny Researcher at this facility.
Oh.
We've been trapped in this room for days. We're almost out of food and water. You got here just in time.
Not so fast. First, you're gonna tell me why this place is overrun with Thorian creepers.
How do you know about the Thorian?
I know what Exogeny was up to. I saw what they let the Thorian do to those colonists, so I destroyed it.
Our secret's out then. No point in my lying. You already know the worst. The creepers here were created using altered samples from the specimens on Pharos. We discovered a way to turn them into docile, obedient servants. Everything was going fine until a few days ago. Then all the creepers suddenly went berserk. Only a handful of us made it back into the safety of this room.
Why didn't you send a clear message asking for help? All we had was that signal from the emergency beacon.
This is a closed communications base. Exogeny was worried about someone on the project selling secrets to a rival firm or reporting our work to the authorities. We have no direct communication with the outside, only the emergency beacon. It sends a general distress signal to the Exogeny site on Pharos. They're supposed to send a team to respond inside of 24 hours, but it sounds like they had problems of their own.
Any chance some of the other people at the base might still be alive?
I doubt it. Too many creepers out there. They never stood a chance. We're the only ones left.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Maybe there was still some kind of link between the creepers and the Thorian back on Pharos. The Thorian was unlike any other life form we've ever studied. I can't explain how, but maybe when it died, it somehow set off the creepers here.
I've heard all I need to.
Look, I know what we did here was wrong. I'll admit that. But it's over now. There's no sense reporting this to the authorities, right?
You kidding me?
Too many people died here. Their blood is on your hands.
Be reasonable. I didn't mean for this to happen. Besides, how does it help anyone if I end up in jail?
You said anything about
Normally,
jail?
Exogeny would have my back, but it sounds like they're going to have their hands full cleaning up the mess on Pharos. But I've got money. A nice little emergency fund I set up. It's yours if you let us go.
This isn't about money. It's about justice. Blood for blood.
That's not going to happen.
No?
Open fire. Open fire!
Shepard, get down.
Go, go, go!
Down.
Enemy is everywhere!
It's over now.
Down the street. Christ, you get some nice goodies from this thing. Side missions. Is that it then? I think it is. Yes. Wow, there is some really creepy shit in here. Quite glad I killed them. Mass Effect universe seems to be full of scientific fucktards who want to rape and congeal everyone's DNA into one massive putrid mess and spew it out everywhere for everyone to, for me to come and clean up. But you know. Okay. Find Dr. Sally on Rogue AI. Investigate samples. We'll do that next. Matano. Matano system. Okay. There we go. Nothing there. Ha. Interstellar art. Colonists. I'll take you guys this time. Okay, civilian, debris, civilian science. I was asked yesterday too why I don't have a camera. It's literally because I don't know. I mean, it's just me sitting here playing this game, really. It's not really, you know, it's not really interesting to look at, to be honest. I'm not a attractive female, you know, which is what normally people want to look at when they go on, from what I've seen. The amount of channels that I've seen which just have females on them with playing games with multiple camera angles, and, you know, because that's what it's all about, apparently. Pity, but yeah.
Looks deserted.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, girl gamers, well, people who call themselves girl gamers, the bane of my life. You're not a girl gamer. Stop taking photos of yourself from about a million different angles with a joypad. You're a woman who plays video games, like I'm a man who plays video games. So there we are. Oh shit.
Enemy contact.
Oh, there was one there. Oh, there we go.
I think we're done here.
Have I leveled up at all? You see what I mean, what I was saying before, folks, about this place being reused? People have a go at Dragon Age 2 for reusing elements. Yeah, we go to the same lab about 7 times in this game. We go to this place at least 8 or 9, maybe even 10 times. On different worlds as well. Not that it's a bad thing, you know, it's a budget thing, isn't it?
Goddess have mercy. The entire colony must have been transformed.
I also think it's pretty important that the RSCs what Cerberus do, considering what happens between Mass Effect 1 and 2. If you don't know, then well, play the games. I say it enough. Seriously, guys, play the games. If you haven't already. I mean, I'm very glad that you're watching, and continue, because I'll, you know, but you know, you need to go and play them for yourself if you haven't already. Yeah, this is Reaper Tech.
Hostile spot! I think we're good, Shepard.
Yeah, lots and lots of Reaper Tech. And plants. Oh, lovely. Pioneer team rarely consists of more than a few dozen specialists. It's clear none of them have survived. The Cerberus group has a lot to answer for here. Okay. Nice. Why is there still a... Is that it? Seems like this person has something to do with the transformation of the colonists. So we're not actually finding out anything about him. To be honest, there doesn't seem to be anything else to do. The exclamation mark's still there. Is there anything else in this room that we haven't been? Nope. Okay. I hate on there's no sprint on this game unless you see an enemy. It's uber retarded right there. Okay. Poor game design there. Dooby-dooby-doo. Off we go. Well, quest is marked as completed, so I guess there's nothing else to do. We can go back to Normandy. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. That sucks. Oh well. More XP, I guess. Good, we saved. Excellent. Ooh, nice. Which unlocks heavy armor. Huh. Okay. I think we'll head back to the Citadel for now. I just want to see something. Check something out. Whoops. Awesome. Okay. Off we go.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Always sends like chills up my spine when she says that. It sounds so cool. So official.
After years of poor economic performance, ExoGeni has announced that its research colony on Pharos is finally returning a profit. New discoveries and a dedicated colonization effort have finally paid off for ExoGeni. ExoGeni's stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
Wonder which what you guys think, which Mass Effect has the best bars. In my opinion it's 2, because I had like the Dark Star Lounge and what was the other one? Yeah, the Dark Star Lounge and Afterlife and things like that.
Commander, I've been waiting for you to get back. I've got an idea and I wanted to run it by you.
I've got a lot going on right now, but I can spare a moment.
Great! This'll just take a minute. With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre is enough. What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
Conrad, I haven't been shot in the head nearly enough times to make that seem like a good idea.
Joke if you want, but there were people who didn't believe in you. And you worked out, right? I know you're afraid to trust people after losing your team at Akuz, but I'd never let you down.
Okay.
All right, let's see. I'm a bad guy. Stop me from killing you.
What? No, please. Please don't hurt me. Why are you doing this?
This is how a gun in your face feels. It happens to me every day. You can't handle this.
I thought you were a hero. Heroes don't do things like this. I wish I'd never met you.
That was worth it.
Oh, sure, I can return that. Thanks. Hasn't worked well since I bought it.
Hey, are you refunding his stuff?
Here you go. Your account will be credited.
You did! You took his return! Look, I'm telling you, I bought this here. Why won't you return it?
I can't take it back unless...
I know. Unless I have a proof of purchase.
Oh shit, there's a keeper over there.
Best place on... Prices are pretty good here.
Let's head out. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Yeah, I wasn't actually going to be streaming tonight, but I just got bored, so I thought why not, since we're not on schedule.
Alliance officials have raided a dangerous cult controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle. Major Kyle surrendered and is now being treated for severe post-traumatic stress disorder.
Good. Very, very good. Off we go.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Just 1 second, folks. I'll be back in just 1 second. Not literally 1 second, but you know what I mean. Sorry guys, had to go for what I call a refresher. Get myself a drink. There we go. Okay, I think we can go and get... I don't know. Here's one for chat. Should we go do Rex's mission or Garrus's mission? I don't know. Because Rex's mission is kind of interesting. Oh, hey. Let's have a little look. Screw it. Let's just do Rex's. August Road Cluster. I can do that. Okay. Here, maybe? No. Here, maybe? Transponder signal. Oh. This is the one particular. We can investigate this up there. We've already been here. My mistake. No wonder it seemed familiar. I think this is it. This one. That's it. It's gotta be it. Thanks for sticking with me if you have, all the way through. It's really, really cool. Okay. Hidden structure anomaly deep.
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
Let's get in there.
This is the place. My armor's here somewhere.
Go, go, go!
Fuck was that?
Let's finish it.
Hold the line! Go, go, go! Go, go, enemies everywhere! Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Enemies everywhere! Go, go, go!
I've lost shields!
Hold the line!
What?
Enemies everywhere! Hold the line! Hold the line! Go, go, go!
Lost shields!
Go, go, go! Enemies everywhere! Enemies everywhere! Go, go, go! Enemies everywhere!
Bloody nearly. Nearly
All
my
clear.
first death then. Okay, please tell me that is not the one that we need for the quest, because that would suck.
This is it. I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap. But at least I've got it back.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
I really like those little snippets, you know, the text speech. I really think that quite a lot of the time they add a lot to the game itself, because if you play something like Shadowrun Returns or things like that, there's a lot of text, but it adds so much depth to the character where you can actually think about them doing these things, you know, show, don't tell, sort of thing. Right, I think it's getting a bit late, so I think I'm going to leave it there, folks. But thanks for joining me, as usual. You know, it's really appreciated. And, you know, thanks very much. It makes me really happy that people enjoy it. And if you want to see more, you want to know when I'm back on again, just go and follow the channel. And, yeah. Thanks for watching, folks, and